Hey guys, Aubrey here with Irian Motorsports. Um, I am just doing a real quick video today. My shop's a mess and I've been busy, but I'm doing cleaning up my cast iron pans using an electrolysis bath. So I got the idea because my brother-in-law's been doing it and cleaning up some cast iron pans, and so it's like, well, I've got everything here that I need to do it. Why don't I get all my stuff cleaned up? So I've got a bunch of nice old Griswold pans that are just caked and filthy. So it's a really simple process, and I'll turn the camera around here and walk you through it. Okay, so I've tried a few different things here. I've cleaned 4 pans now. This was the original anode that I was using, um, and it worked all right. But I found this works a little bit better. It gets it around all 4 sides. I don't know if that makes that much of a difference, but it's also using this nice Swedish steel. And so I have just a wire run here. You can use I'm using a power supply, but you can use a manual battery charger and just clip these in place and they just go down, cross over. So this one is attached to that one. So it's one piece running through there. Really just made it as simple as possible. You use this super washing soda from Arm& Hammer. You can get it on Amazon. And it is about 1 teaspoon per gallon, which is about a third a cup per 5 gallons. You can do a little more than that. Some people say a half cup per 5 gallons. Um, but yeah, you just hook this line, cathode, to your cast iron pan and dip it in there and let it run. And it takes quite a long time to get all of this cleaned up. So, and you still have to use a little bit of elbow grease. So I like using this with some soap on it to clean it up once it's come off of there quite a bit. And also this scraper works pretty decent too to scrape some of the big chunks off. But this is a pan that I just finished cleaning up. The other thing that I've been doing is using a random orbital sander to clean up the bottoms and just smooth them out a little bit so there's less pitting. You can see there's still pitting in here, but it is so much better than it was. And to get this polished down, you'd have to remove so much material. But hitting it with a random orbital cleans it up. If you try and hit it, I've been hitting it with 80 grit and then 150 grit. If you try and hit it with a grinder, like a abrasive pad with a grinder, it's just too aggressive and you'll have to work really hard to get the marks out. I did that on one of them and it just took me forever to sand all the marks out. So if you're going to hit it with anything, I would hit it with just a little bit of random orbital. This is one that this is exactly what this other one looked like when I put it on here. See if I can get it zoomed in a bit here. I mean, it's just crusty. So, I would say this last pan here, I probably had about 8 hours in the bath on it. So, um, but yeah, that's about all there is to it. You can use a manual battery charger or this power supply. This one that I got is um, there's the model. I think it's got like 30 volts and 30 amps, it says, max output. So the other thing is, obviously, you want to make sure you don't drop your battery charger in your bath, and also don't touch the water when it's running, when you've got electricity running through it. So let me get this pan put in here, suspended in here, and I'll turn it on. Okay, so here you can see it's running now. See the bubbles coming off of there. And you obviously want to make sure that your anode and cathode are not touching. You don't want them to arc. Actually, I want to pull this a little further away from here. Don't want that touching that. And right now, this unit is putting out 16 volts and 8 amps, which seems to do just fine. I use the power supply because I get the voltage up a little bit higher. I have it set to 25, but it's only putting out 16, so I guess that's all it can manage. So obviously, after you get done with this, you're going to have to reseason your pan. If you leave it out in even moderately humid weather, it's going to get some surface rust on it, and you can knock that off with a Brillo pad. It's not like you need to put it back in the bath, but My favorite method for seasoning pans is to use lard, salt, and potato skins. So you take about a third of a cup of lard, a third of a cup of coarse grained salt, and some peeled potato skins, and throw them all in the pan and just cook the crap out of them until they're like just crisps, until there's nothing left of them. It works really well. It's like kind of an old method of doing it that I found that I really like. Just do that, wipe it out. I take the oil from the inside when it's before it's cooled and just wipe it around the outside of the pan. There's obviously loads of different ways to season your pans, and everybody's got their preferences. That's just my favorite method. So a couple notes. One, this does produce hydrogen, which is flammable, so don't use it in a tight enclosed space. I guess I don't know how much it produces, but having a little bit of ventilation is a good idea. Um, the other thing is the larger the anode you use, the faster it's going to work, and you can also use stainless steel for the anode too. But whatever scrap metal you have around should be fine. And just be patient and let the bath do its work. It could take 24 hours or more to get your pan clean. The last one I did, I cleaned it once in the middle. I ran it for about 4 hours and cleaned it, scraped it, and then put it back in there for another 4 hours, and then um, purple patted it and sanded it. So hope this video was helpful and interesting. Like and subscribe for more videos and content.